We always look forward to tasting something new in our garden, and this is one of those times. I didn't expect to taste these already this year, but here we have some April plums ready to be tasted by us.
Tell us what April plums are.
It has a lot of different names, probably depending on what kind of hybrid it is, but it's basically a hybrid between apricots and plums. So it should taste like something in between or like a combination of those two. And we were walking by and we realized that they are soft on touch. So we think that should be a signal that we can taste them.
Yes, so Tommy is going to taste this and we are waiting for his reaction. We are very curious about these ones because it's something very new for
Interesting.
us.
Inside it looks like plums. On the outside it has a different color.
But on the inside, to me, it also looks kinda like apricots.
Oh yeah?
So...
Maybe it is both.
Okay.
It's a new taste.
Okay. I like new tastes.
It's sweet. It's delicious. That's the most important thing, right?
Yes, that's what I was waiting for. I was afraid for a second here because you didn't say that it's good or anything.
No, it's one of those fruits that it's easy to eat.
Okay.
It's not sour or anything. You don't have to put it in jam or something like that or cook it.
Cool. And I like that also the pit seems easy to remove.
I didn't expect that, but again, it probably depends on what kind of hybrid it is. You want to try?
Yes. Oh my God, I am very curious.
Look at those clouds behind Peter.
There is a shower there.
And it's starting to rain, by the way.
Yes, but this part is just pathetic, so we won't get a heavy rain shower.
But back to the April plum.
Back to this, oh my God, sweet and yummy. Let me have one.
I don't think we are going to freeze these, so we can eat them all whenever we want.
Wow. So good, so good. I like it.
Yeah?
Yes.
It was a good choice. For once.
Yummy. Yes.
There are so many of these yellow flowers spreading everywhere, which is great. We want that. But also these purple cone flowers are starting to bloom, which is very nice. We've had these for a few years. They always come back. But also I added one more this year. It's a tiny one hidden in weeds, but it is a different color.
Tommy always adds something. Wow. And it's pretty. Hard to film here in the grass and nettles, but they will get stronger and bigger, right?
Hopefully they will get bigger next year, yeah. Because with these made-up colors, you never know, it can be cultivated to stay short. We'll see.
Okay, or sometimes they are weaker than the wild varieties.
Yeah.
More Saskatoon berries are still getting ripe. This year it's been amazing with the harvest of these ones. They are so sweet and yummy. Wow, I really like it. This one is also quite big. And that's not all. Come here. There are so many shrubs and everything. I love it. Look at our Josta berries. They are ripe and very full of fruit. This one and also this one. And there is one more big one elsewhere.
There are like three more elsewhere.
Yes, I have a lot of work ahead of me. I am picking something constantly. It's crazy, but we like it. There are also a lot of sea buckthorns getting ready, or this one is probably ripe already. These ones are still getting there, but it's a lot too. Look at these flowers. So pretty. Oh my God. These are very decorative. Love it. And look at the amount of raspberries that are getting ripe. This is also amazing. Wow, but the rain shower is getting stronger, so I think we are leaving. Oh no. These are my very accurate predictions. But I am still right, this is not heavy. We will not get a nice amount of rain from this, but it's still not very pleasant to stand in this. So we need to take cover. Yay, we are saved.
I wanted to mow the rest of the meadow today, but I made the mistake of saying it out loud because that's usually when it starts raining. So it always rains just a little bit to make the grass wet, and then I cannot mow for the rest of the day.
Yeah, very annoying.
Yeah.
The weather listens to Tommy always and has fun with us, it's playing with us.
Fortunately, there's so much work in the garden that it doesn't matter, I can just do something else.
Yay!
And keep mowing for another time, another day.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
So weather, you lost. We are the winners.
Haha!
I can't from our black-eyed Susan here. It looks so pretty. Wow, very summery, very bright. But that's not why we are here. Look, I've been busy today and I was picking a lot of fruits. So, what do we have here? These are Josta berries. Maybe it doesn't look like much, but it's so heavy. Oh my god.
It looks heavy.
Wow. Here we have raspberries.
So many.
So many. A few yellow ones are there as well, but the majority are the normal red ones. Here we have black currants. Amazing. Here Saskatoon berries. Again, amazing.
And we've already harvested a lot of this before.
Yes, exactly. And I started picking sea buckthorns, but these were the only ones ripe enough. So I still need to wait for longer. And bonus are these 3 cucumbers. Quite overgrown already, so we have to observe them closer, and yeah, we should pick them when they are smaller.
But that's so much stuff you've picked in just one day.
Yeah, I am very happy about myself, and yes, wow, this is absolutely awesome. And I'm not the only one who was picking something. Tommy also has been busy.
Yes.
So tell us.
I've been picking slugs. Yum yum.
Yay, wow guys, you always love this view.
Yeah. There are more than 200 of them. And interestingly, most of them were around our pond. So they really like it there, which means I will be visiting them much more often.
Yes, okay. So these are the invasive ones that don't have natural predators here in our area. They are these big ones, big brown slugs.
Spanish slugs, yeah.
Spanish slugs, yes. So we need to pick them, and then Tommy will pour hot water over them, and then we will wait for the water to cool down, and they will go onto our compost, or they will fertilize something.
Yeah, they will have a purpose.
Yes, yes, so ta-da! These bushes with sour cherries are growing quite nicely, and every year there are more fruits. So it looks great, and I'm going to pick these ones. We have also a sour cherry tree in our yard, the main one, but it has a disease. So this year there are just a few fruits. So it's great that here in the garden we have these ones, and there are more fruits than ever. So it's a nice substitute. In the end, not bad at all. So this is a very nice amount. This is our main sour cherry tree, and it's affected by Monelinia blight. Sadly, it's a fungal disease, and it causes twigs, flowers, and sometimes even fruits suddenly to turn brown and wilt very quickly. So it's a shame. It looks quite okay now, and there are even a few fruits, and it was blossoming so beautifully in spring. But then the disease started and most of the flowers got brown and dry, and we had to cut off a lot of branches to stop spreading of the disease. Now new branches have grown, but still the tree, like the disease is still in it. It's not good to have, and we would need to spray it in spring, next spring. So we'll see, but as you know, here in our garden we fight the diseases with abundance. We have a lot of everything, so even if this one, for example, doesn't have many fruits, there will be more shrubs in the garden or everywhere, and those one will have more, and we have like a million different fruit varieties and berries and everything. So it's okay if some plants die. That happens all the time. But yeah, I just wanted to inform you that not everything is peachy, and sometimes there are problems and diseases and everything. I started picking gooseberries. Here is a small sample, and it's so interesting. Some shrubs are very thorny, this one, so it's quite dangerous. I have to be careful. And some are thornless. So we have quite a few varieties. Also the colors of the fruits are different. Some are green, some are pink. Gooseberries belong to the same family as currants, so it's visible, the leaves are similar, but the taste of the fruits is better than currants. Currants are sour and gooseberries are mostly sweet. Some of them are a bit tart, but the sweetness is more prominent. So that's great, of course, because sweeter berries are better, at least for us. Okay, this looks amazing. The biggest harvest we've ever had. Of course, I repeat this sentence very often this season. And you can see the pink gooseberries here on top, but there are also yellow ones and green ones. And I'm really happy about them. They are so yummy. Guys, for the first time ever, they seem to be ripe figs in our yard. Here on this plant, look at this, it's very soft. 1 and 2. Wow, there are ants running. They want to eat this, so we need to be faster. And I'm going to taste this. So figs are quite exotic in the Czech Republic. This is not a traditional plant, but with global warming, people already grow them in warmer southern areas of the Czech Republic. And we are having it here in a pot, but later, when it's used to cold weather, it needs to be bigger, the branches need to be thicker, and then it can be, or it will be hardy, it can survive winter just okay, and hopefully there will be fruits in the future as well. So this is very exciting for me, and I don't know what to expect. Look, it's soft on the inside, it looks similar to what we had on the island of Rhodes in Greece, except people there, or in the comments from Greece, were saying that they eat it without the peel, but all the other people outside of Greece eat it with the peel, including us. So let's taste this. Yummy, yummy. Oh my god, I can't believe that this is ours. A fig from our garden, from our yard. Yes. Okay, so I'm looking forward to the future of this fig tree. That will be amazing. It's still very small, as you can see, but wow.
Some of you might be wondering who this is with me in the kitchen. My parents came for a visit and here I am with my mom doing some kitchen magic. There were two projects going on at once. I wanted to process a lot of red currants, so I was attempting to make a jam. My mom was helping me since during some parts I was quite helpless. We'll see later how successful it will be. But my mom's main project was to prepare a traditional sweet meal for us, of course from scratch, so it was a lot of work and quite time-consuming. You have to make the dough, then you shape everything, fill it with yummy stuff, and you also have to steam it. But then, when it is time to eat, it's a great feeling. Sitting down together and tasting something that took so much effort somehow makes it even more delicious. We really enjoyed this meal and it felt extra special to share it with my parents.
Guys, my parents are visiting us for a few days and my mom encouraged me to make jam. So here we are, this is red currant jam and it's without the seeds. I already made a red currant jam in the past, but that one was with seeds and I was lazy. So today it's the best jam ever and wow, I am very happy about this, but we still have quite a lot of red currants. This is crazy. This was almost full and wow. I also need to show you this. I made this Josta berry pie. Not much is left here, but it's quite nice. And my mom was making this. I was helping a bit. This is called parené buchty in Slovak. And these are like sweet dumplings, but steamed. They are steamed. So steamed sweet dumplings filled with jam, and you add melted butter, you add this on top. These are ground poppy seeds and ground walnuts and almonds, and everything is mixed with sugar, of course, so it's very unhealthy and everything and very yummy. We ate a lot and we are so full we can barely move. So yeah, so I just wanted to show you everything because this was a very long day in the kitchen, but I think it was a very successful day. We got a nice rain shower and we can see a partial rainbow, or maybe even more. Not the best rainbow we had here, but it still looks pretty. Here, ta-da! So pretty. We got quite a nice amount of rain last night, and there is a result here. Look at this. There is this field mushroom. It's quite a big one, so I'm going to pick it and hopefully it will be a nice lunch. Wow, it's so pretty and quite big. So this one is edible. Sometimes there are yellow stainers. They look similar, from the same family, but they are kinda toxic, not deadly, and one knows them when one scratches the base of the mushroom here. When it gets bright yellow fast, then that's the sign that it's a yellow stainer. Here we can't see such reaction, so everything should be okay and it should be very nice. Also, the smell of yellow stainers is kinda like chemical, not good. This one has a nice smell, I would say, so that is another sign that it should be okay. There is another small, oh my god, there are nettles. My knee is burned now a bit. These nettles are not pleasant plants. Anyway, so it's raining a little bit, which is great. But I still want to pick this peripan squash. It's a young one. And actually this is the first one of this season. Look at this, it looks amazing, a little UFO. So this will be also part of my lunch. And this is my lunch. It doesn't look very pretty, but it will be very tasty. It's a very simple vegetable meal, and there is just garlic, the field mushroom and the peripan squash in there, and of course some spices and salt, and I basically just sauteed everything on a pan, and here we are. So I'm looking forward to this. I also wanted to say, of course, with mushrooms you have to be careful, so you always only pick those mushrooms you know 100%. We have already had these ones from our garden, from the same spot basically, and all the signs are there that it's an edible one, so everything is okay. So that's just a little warning. Always only pick those ones you know 100%.
And that's it for now. I'm not sure how Tommy eluded me chasing him with the camera and didn't appear more, but don't worry, I'm sure he shall grace us with his presence next time. So until then, bye!
Ahojte.
Bye!
Bye bye. Slovakia.